Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, welcome back to Let's Play Kaiserreich. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we still need resources, we still need factories, we still need a lot of things right now. We're slowly building up tank divisions, just extremely slowly. We're making 2.75 a week. So it's still going to take several months for us to have a singular tank division. It's, you know, that might seem like a long time, but don't worry, everything is going to be great. We have some planes in reserve. We have still no manpower, and we need 100. No, actually, we did just change over to limited conscription. I think it's just going to take a little while for us to actually increase this. I'm actually not too sure how much it goes up by per month. 0.009% mobilizing per day. That seems a little bit slow, but there's not much I can really do there. At least I don't think there is. I'm not too sure. Let's just go back up to speed 5. I did install, or I did enable the Kaiserreich music pack. Hopefully that means I'm not going to get too many copyright strikes. I'm not too sure already how many songs in here are copyrighted. And I wanted the militarized economy because I wanted 6 military factories, because that seems extremely useful. And we have 51, so we can still go okay. So now that we have our limited conscription, we have our partial mobilization, we can actually start looking at the head of military intelligence. And who would actually be good? Political power gain going up, encryption, and research time is always good. Or political power gain, supply consumption. I mean, these guys are totalists as well, so we probably do want to have somebody who is on our side, or our ideology. So political power game, that guy's got a very stretched out photo. Supply consumption, research time. A lot of supply consumption guys, actually. So I think I'm going to go for the research time with the extra encryption. So you shall be the head of our military intelligence services. And I think the music should be based on what country we are. So it should be playing songs that are for socialist Italy. Like, I know if you play as Canada, when I played as Canada, they were playing a lot of songs about the king and about, you know, like, the British Empire. And I know there's a lot of songs about the United States, so I'm assuming if you play as the US, there's going to be a lot of songs about the Americas, and depending on the ideology too, place France, whatever. So there should be a lot of Italian songs. I assume this is Italian, I have no clue, I don't speak Italian. So we are slowly building up our ships. We were building destroyers, really battleships. We're building cruisers right now. Light interwar submarines, early interwar destroyers, early fast battleships, early Weltkrieg battleships. Well, right now our boats are kind of outdated. The interwar submarine is actually the most recent model. 500, the battleship costs 1300, 1200 on the early dreadnought, but this one's by far the most expensive. Fire rate 19, fire rate on you is also 19. Was that fire rate or fire range? That does say range. Okay, so these fire the same distance. 31 piercing damage, 960 HP. So why would I ever build you? You don't seem like you're very good. They have firepower 40. It's actually, no, it actually just seems worse to build the early Weltkrieg dreadnought as opposed to early fast battleships. But I'm going to build these guys instead of the light cruisers. Actually, what is our navy right now made out of? Like, what are you guys? We got some 1912 ships, some 1919, a lot of 1916. Like, why are we selling ships that are 30 years old? We definitely need to modernize our navy. Like, I'm not too sure who we'd be using our navy against right now. I'm guessing mostly against nationalist France, who's down here. I guess there's the French Republic. I think at some point they might become nationalist France, depending on what government type they go for in the future. So we have a research. 79 days. Oh, actually, it's 1937. So yeah, we're going to be getting that one as well. I really just want our research to be our industry to be as good as possible. We're going to get 6 more military factories, which is fantastic. We can't get you yet. Civilian and military factory conversion cost. Something I'm not actually like super interested in. So the beginning of next year, we'll be actually able to start expanding our way into the rest of Italy. Probably, once again, focusing on southern Italy, because they should be really without allies and support. Like, the north is backed by Austria. You are backed by the Entente. So it's really going to be the Pope and southern Italy where it's going to be our main target. And then we're probably going to try to attack our way into Austria. I never did get the pop-up about whether or not France supported us in taking the rest of Italy. This song's definitely not in Italian. So we go for 100 political power. We can go for more popularity, but I guess there's the 2 military factories which I want, and you need all 3. So we're gonna go for the communal democracy first. So what song is this one? We fed you all for 1,000 years. Okay. So, like, how do you guys... Abyssinia's declared war. Etria doesn't really... I don't care about that at all. So, you are very confident about the Italians. You are 0%. So, you're not feeling confident or bad about it. So, you are thoroughly democratic. I don't know if you have elections or anything like that, but now you guys are at war. Who's going to win this? 4 to 6, 8 to 11, probably Abyssinia. But it depends really on Etria. If they expand the line too much, they might just be spread out a little bit too thin. Oh, and the American Civil War has begun. So we got the American Union State down here, led by Huey Long, the Combined Syndicates of America up here, led by Jack Reed, all against Floyd Olson, the guy who won the election. I don't know yet if MacArthur is going to declare a military dictatorship yet. He might. There we go. The Second American Civil War. To those not in the know, it might seem like the crisis in the United States came out of nowhere, but experts agree that this Civil War was years in the making. Since the collapse of the New York Stock Exchange in 1925, the economy of the United States has been sluggish and mired in deep recession. Now the United States has collapsed into an all-out civil war between the supporters of the federal government, the Combined Syndicates of America, and the right-wing American Union State. Volunteers are pouring in from around the world to support one faction or another, with some characterizing the bitter ideological conflict as simply part of a wider global clash of ideals. Well, of course, I want to... Are you part of the... Part of the American Union State owns that little part. So, can I send volunteers? I can. I can send 2 divisions. So... I'm going to. You're going to be my expeditionary force, led by this dude. Also, we can actually promote these guys. You be a guerrilla fighter. Entrenchment speed plus 25%. Actually, can I spend my points anywhere else first? Skirmisher, probing attack, paratroopers, or camouflage expert. Probably skirmisher, I guess. And then you can be a panzer expert or combined. Oh, I'm going to go combined arms, mostly because I just do not have any tanks, so it doesn't make any sense to be a tank leader. And also, I don't want you to be green. You can be red to support the syndicalist. So we're going to send you 2 over there. The peace deal has been signed between the Republic of the Philippines and the American Union States. So yeah, I think the Philippines also declared their independence in this war. Yeah, they have a truce with you guys. Okay. So, like, are they getting volunteers from anywhere? Not quite yet. Peace deal between the Liberians. So I'm guessing you guys are now just independent? Okay. And they have a non-aggression pact with the United States. So their puppets got free. The independence of those guys. Okay, see, look, this is a thing. I've never seen this before. Has this always been there? Or is this new? That was added in a patch at some point between now and... Because this didn't pop up when we were doing the Red World campaign. With the eruption of war in North America, the balance of power suddenly changed. There will be consequences in the region and beyond. New England has joined the Entente. Yeah, so New England is basically... I really like the screen color. Yeah, so they're basically... Are they a puppet? No, sometimes they become a puppet of Canada. But right now, they've basically been like, screw the United States. We're going to go do our own thing. And at some point, the Pacific states might also declare their independence. But they might not because MacArthur did not take over the United States. I don't think the Pacific states are actually going to declare any independence. America's darkest hour. Land of the free, home of the brave. So who's actually going to win this? Like, who is we're looking at what? These are significant amount. Remember when the United States had 10 brigades and that was it? So we're looking at, I would say maybe 120 against maybe 80 against probably 150. So the United States does have the biggest army, but they are definitely they're like the most spread out and thinned. Fighting? Are they all fighting for America? They're all fighting for America. They're building a navy. You guys are also building a navy. They're still getting the money from the legislation city, so good work, you guys. So I wonder if Canada can definitely intervene in the war. We'll see if they actually do that, and we'll actually upgrade our tanks from 3.7 a week to 4 a month. Fantastic. It's not 1939 yet, so we can't get the medium tanks. We're still doing a land doctrine. Anti-air. We're still a little bit too far behind. And we'll actually go and get our construction factories to go a little bit faster. So where did you guys deploy? You guys are deployed right here. So I want you guys, let's see. So you want to take probably Washington, D.C. as a primary objective. Yeah, so you guys are going over there. And, you know, just support. It looks like they're actually getting support from... They're getting volunteers from Germany. They're getting volunteers from Canada. They're getting volunteers from the French Republic, from Russia, Japan. So that's who's supporting the United States. The Union State is getting support from absolutely nobody. And right now, we're the only people that are backing the... Apparently, Canada and New England gave the syndicalist military access. That's a little bit surprising, given that Canada's actually sent troops to the United States. It looks like the United States actually might get their borders closed off here. So that could definitely have some bad, They got 11 divisions here. Is it mostly... Okay, actually gonna go back down to Speed 4 war. Actually going to be fighting in this war. Serbia has crowned King Alexander II since the end of the Austrian occupation during the 1920s. Serbia has officially been a kingdom. They never dared to crown a king as they were forced to keep a low profile in light of further Austrian aggression. The region for Serbia for almost 2 decades, and a known royalist has now decided to restore the monarchy. Regent or king, what's the difference? So we have, we're just going to keep going down this tree. So we got 9 div troops here. So it looks like you should fall pretty soon. And I definitely, you know, I definitely don't want to support the United States, and I don't want to support anybody else. Do they have a focus in here to join the... I'm guessing you have to, yeah, the war has to be over. Rebuilding the country. Can they do, like, anything until the war is over? They can do some of this basic stuff. But can they join create the CIA? Oh, look at this sweet-ass cat picture. So these guys in Maryland should die pretty soon. They've actually pushed a little bit into West Virginia here. So it looks like the main National Guard will fall relatively soon. I mean, these guys over here can just hang out. I'm really surprised that nobody else is sending volunteers. Oh, no, okay, so the British are actually sending volunteers here now as well. And yeah, I don't know anybody who would actually support the South. I mean, I thought Germany actually might, but apparently not. They are supporting the status quo. And there's actually like so many troops right now. I guess it's just like a ton of event spawn troops because Like, there's just so many. Like, how many troops does Canada have? Canada has, like, none. New England has 3. But it's like, does the United States actually have enough supplies to supply this many troops? Because once again, they had 10. They've basically gone up, like, 1,700% in terms of total number of men fighting. Yeah, let's see if we can push these guys out of Baltimore. That might actually break them of getting over to Dover. They might actually trap here. These guys have like no attack value. How long until we reinforce here? We have base stance at 2%. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, our troops are fighting a little bit better, but not that much better. Austria's declared war on Hungary. Oh, so Austria-Hungary finally breaking up. This actually might be our time to strike at Italy then. Assuming it's... Well, we can't yet. We have to wait until at least 38. And then we have to go all the way down to these trees. So actually, we still have quite a while. We still have until maybe April at the earliest to try to take them. You're not even helping me out, dudes? Fine. Why did your line extend? You know, don't even have a front line. It doesn't really make too much sense, I think, for volunteer forces. If anything, you really should just try to attack the north. It seems like that would be pretty easy to take. And we're just going to go into... Where was it? Yeah, I just want more mills. I just need more factories. That's like super important. And we have 162 political power right now. We can go export focus. Free trade. But right now we actually don't have a lot of materials, so that doesn't seem like it'd be useful. Construction speed goes up and research time goes down. Refineries. Definitely I just need factories. Got some Japanese troops here, some German troops, Russian troops. How many troops are they actually getting from volunteers? Can I tell? No. There's no way for me to actually see. And also, like, I'm pretty sure that other times I've seen the American Civil War, they didn't get this many troops, but I think this is specifically the American patch for Kaiserreich. So maybe that's why there's so many troops here, as opposed to like all the previous times I tried playing this. So Washington is pretty highly defended. We're actually having pretty okay attack stats, all things considered. Organization of theirs is quite high, significantly higher than ours actually. So we're just going to stop attacking there. I actually don't really know where we can start pushing actually into Baltimore. That's one troop. We only have, what, 2% chance to reinforce? That's, like, really extremely bad. I don't know if that's 2% per hour, 2% per day. If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's 2% per hour. But I really do not know. Also, you've really reinforced your southern border down here, haven't you? Also, I think we probably should be training some more troops. Okay, maybe not 18, but let's go for, you know, like 12 divisions. You have absolutely no manpower. You have, you know, some artillery and stuff, so that's always good. We're missing 15,000 rifles. We actually have enough artillery to support all these troops, which is surprising. The Second International Congress, of course we shall attend. Why would we not? I'm going to take it, guys, and say that this conference is going to be primarily about the American Civil War here. How long until you leave? You didn't leave at all. Really know where I can actually move out right now. But I think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, you can always thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.